Hello students. So in this video we are going to see the different polygon fill area functions, right? What are the different functions that is used for the polygon fill and the attributes, right? So already we know what is the attribute. Attributes are nothing but it is a color, thickness as well as the pattern what to be filled inside the polygon, right? Okay, so when we first start with the OpenGL fill area functions. So first of all, as in the previous video we have seen, we have to take the interior point, right, by using the get pixel as well as the set pixel. So by default, whatever we are choosing, no, that polygon interior, so always it will be displayed in a solid color. Okay, so it will be actually here we are using two different color models, RGB model as well as the index color model, right? So by using the current color settings, the solid color will be displayed, right? And next attributes. So attributes in the sense we can fill the polygon, either we can fill the polygon with the solid color or we can fill with some pattern, and we can display the edges as a line border. Okay, so this is the different. So to do all these different things, we are having more number of functions in OpenGL, right? And always we have to remember here polygon vertices are specified in the counterclockwise direction only, right? So here we are having the different functions. The very first function is here we are going to check each and every polygon. So if, say for example, very firstly I have taken rectangle, right? So the rectangle, how to draw the rectangle means by using the GL rector asterisk. So always we are in need of the four different coordinates, x1, y1, x2 and y2, right? So four coordinates means it is a combination of xy value, right? So here asterisk in the sense it means it can be a double or a floating point, or it can be a short, or it can be an integer value, or it can be a variable, right? So here GL rect of integer value. So GL rect I means this function is used to draw with these coordinates along with the integer value. So these coordinates are integer values, right? And see int vertex 1 is equal to 200 and 100. So here vertex 1 is specified as 200, 100, and another one vertex also we can specify as 50 comma 250, and this is vertex 1 and vertex 2, right? We are having two different vertex. So how to call this vertex by using this GL rect function means GL rect of integer and v. So v is nothing but the variable, right? So here variable is saved as vertex 1 and vertex 2. Okay, so in this way we can easily call the function rectangle, right? So and here there is a square fill area. See, this is the square with the value of 50 comma 100 and 200 comma 100 and 50 comma 250 and 200 comma 250. Okay, so here we are getting the square function. Actually this is the square fill area. This is the, by using this previous, see, by using the values, these values we are getting square, and the square is inside, it is filled with blue color, right? And next function is GL polygon. See, whenever we are having more than three vertices or more than three coordinates, if we are having means that is considered as a polygon, right? So here the function which is used to call the polygon is GL polygon, and GL begin. We have to begin the particular polygon to draw what we want to draw, right? And here we are specifying all the different points. Okay, so here how many points are there? 6 different points are there, and all these points are variables, because p1 value is not directly given it here, it is a variable which is defined somewhere else in the program, right? So p1 is a variable with the integer value, and here we are using the two dimensional x and y only, right? And this way we are specifying all the different points, and all the function should start with the GL begin and it should end with the GL end, and inside we have to specify what sort of primitive we are using. So here the primitive is GL polygon, right? So actually now I am defining only the function name Okay, and in the next slide I'm going to show the diagrams, corresponding diagrams, right? So here in this slide, how to define the triangle. Okay, so the triangle means GL underscore triangles, or it can be defined as GL underscore triangle strip. Okay, so in the triangle itself, there are three different possibility functions are there: triangle, triangle strip, as well as the triangle fan. Okay, so now we are going to see one example of triangle strip. So GL begin of GL underscore triangles, right? So if you give the points in such a way that, so we can easily get the triangle strip. Okay, see in the next slide. GL triangle strip, right? So see, triangle strip means here we are having P1, P2, P6, P3, P5 and P4. In the previous slide, if you see, that is triangles. So triangle means all the points will be in the same order, right? But this is the triangle strip, right? So strip means the way how we are specifying the points, it should be very very important here in the OpenGL, because how we are specifying the same way only the vertices from P1 to P2, then from P2 to P6, automatically the vertices will be joined according to this vertex definition, right? And next comes the triangle fan. So the triangle fan here consists of P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 and P6, right? So all the points with the variable P and integer values of two-dimensional x and y value. See here, see this is the these are the things actually we have seen. Okay, in the previous slides, these are the things actually we have seen. So the very firstly, it is called as actually this is hexagon, right? Because 6 different points are there, vertex points are there. And the next diagram, here we are having two different triangles. Correct. See, two different triangles. The very first triangle is P1, P2 and P6, and the second triangle consists of P3, P5 and P4. Okay, and the third one is, this is called as the four connected triangles generated with GL triangle strip. Okay, so this is triangle strip. See, this is the very first triangle, and next this is the another triangle, right? So P1, P2, P6, and the next one is P2, P6 and P3, and the next triangle is P6, P3 and P5, and the last triangle is P5, P3 and P4. Okay, so in this way the triangle strip we are making, and finally we are having the triangle fan. Okay, GL triangle fan. So fan means initial point will be the same only. Okay, P1. So from P1 to P6, P1 to P5, P4, then P1 to P3 and P1 to P2. If we are making, then we will get the triangle fan, right? And next examples are quadrilateral functions, right? So here quad, how we can define means by using the GL underscore quad or GL underscore quad strip. Okay, so GL quads means actually here we are in need of 4 different points. Quad means obviously more than 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, P1, P2, P3 and P4. Here actually we are having 2 different quads. P5, P6, P7 and P8 also. So obviously this function also should begin with GL begin and end with GL end, and inside we are specifying the what primitive or what polygon type we are going to draw, and these are the vertexes, right? And next comes the quad strip. So strip means again again and again the way how we are folding the quads together, right? So here P1, P2, P4 and P3, again P5, P6, P8 and P7, right? So here you may ask why the means the points are different, means it is interchanged, because the way how we are expecting the output, right? See, P1, P2, P3, P4, this is the very first quad, and this is the second quad, P5, P6, P7 and P8, right? So this is considered as two unconnected quads, right? And next Actually we are connecting these two quads by using the quad strip. Okay, so the intermediate point P4, P5, P3 and P6, if we are combining these area, then this will make one strip. Okay, quad strip, right? So next comes the scan line polygon fill algorithm. Okay, so the scan line fill, what is called a scan line area filling algorithm means, see, already you know in the rasterization problem, scan line is nothing but from top to down, from left to right, each and every pixels will be right rasterized, means each and every pixels will be reviewed. Okay, so that is considered as a scan line, right? So here this will be performed first of all by determining the intersection positions of the boundaries of the fill region of the screen scan lines. For example, if you are starting from here to here means, first of all we have to identify the positions of the boundaries, right? Then next step is we have to fill the colors and with the particular points. Suppose if I am drawing hexagon, otherwise if my object is star means, then I have to find out which color to fill and what is the interior part of the particular polygon region, right? So here easily how the area will be determined means, by intersecting the point with the polygon boundary. So easily it can be obtained by solving the pair of simultaneous linear equations, right? So always the equation for the scan line will be simply y equal to some constant value, right? So if it is the way, if continuously we are drawing, then the polygon interiors will be get the colors, right? So in this video we have seen the different types of area filling functions, right? So as well as the attribute functions, right? So in the next video let us see the next topic of the second module. I hope you have understood all these functions, right? Yeah, thank you.